Good morning, everybody. It's Darren Benson with Performance Motorcoaches. Want to do a video of a sold 2025 Showhauler. We'll talk a little bit more about Showhaulers. We'll talk about the coach, and then we'll also talk about some of the things we're doing to it as well. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. It's my premier chassis, kind of my favorite chassis, which is the Cascadia 126. So it's a longer hood. You can tell by this piece right here, this insert on the inside of the hood.
Sorry.
So the insert right here, if it's a 126, you'd see, 116, which is a short hood, you see no insert. 126, which is a long hood. And you can only get the 600 horsepower in the 126. So aesthetically, there's not too much difference of it. I think they look a little bit bigger, look a little bit better as a long coach doing the 126 versus the 116. Customer basically building a two-person coach, wanted tandem axle, wanted a lot of storage, didn't care about opposing seating, wanted something quiet, wanted something as much utility as possible. The nice thing about a Showhauler is that systems are much more simplistic. In my opinion, a lot less things to break. We get a lot less customers calling with issues after the fact with Showhauler than Renegade. Not that Renegade's a bad product, there's more reliance on the Firefly system. That seems to give us a few more issues. The slide mechanisms seem to give a few more issues. Chassis-wise, there's really no difference. I can tell you from basically over 10 years of doing this, in general, the Showhauler is a little bit quieter driving down the road. You have an all welded steel frame construction. I've said this over and over and over, and I always get somebody that comments. This is the only steel framed RVIA compliant coach. So there's other people that build conversions, but this is in the NADA guide. You can easily finance this. You can track these coaches. They're RVIA compliant when they're built, so they're unique in that they're all welded steel frame construction, so they're quieter driving up and down the road. You don't really have any flex to them whatsoever. They build all steel back in the fiberglass cap as well, so it's exceptionally quiet. You don't get any of that creaking and whatnot you would get with a traditional vacuum bonded wall coach. Like I said, and with the aero cap, I mean, it basically cuts right through the wind. This customer wanted to do a paint job, but didn't want anything wild and crazy, so he picked just I think this is a BMW metallic. I'm certain that Dan will correct me after the fact. This is for a good friend, Dan, out in California. But great looking coach, going to stay nice and cool, going to have a good look to it. Of course, full body paint. Now, one thing we did a little bit different. So if anybody's had a coach with a rooftop awning, they look aesthetically really, really nice. The problem is your awning is another 2.5 foot, 3 foot up off the top of the coach, and so they're not very effective. When this awning comes out, it'll stick about right here. So if you're looking for a more usable awning, definitely doing a side mount makes a big, big difference. We went ahead and painted the awning. We left the slide toppers black, just a powder coated black. Of course, with Showhauler, everything is very, very custom. It is, and you get down to whatever tile, whatever backsplash, and you can pick basically anything. The baggage doors can be side swing, they can be locking or not locking. So there's lots of different things you could do within this. The outdoor TV, placement of windows, frameless windows versus frame windows. This is a frame window. I feel like they last a lot longer. You don't get the window failure with the framed quite the way you do with the frameless. For hotter environments, definitely the way to go is the framed window. So we'll go ahead and just bust into the coach itself. We have some things pulled off. So the Trimark handle, we're going to paint all that. We've added the octane wheels. We powder coated the steps. A few other things we're going to powder coat as well, some of the exhaust tips and such. So all the baggage compartments themselves are a lined baggage compartment. They got really good seals on their baggage compartments. Kind of got a little mess in here. We'll get everything all straightened up. Placement of the tile will all go back into place, but this additional tile, just because everything is bought in lots for the exact coaches themselves. So this, we did a total of 3 combined storage compartments. Here we did 110s all the way around there. You can plug in all of your drills, any accessories to go inside your compartment. And then we have the separate compartment up here. We do that to be able to put anything longer. With the truck chassis having the drive shaft that goes across, you don't have any cross stores. So this allows you to have some longer items there. So we got a 110 in there. Of course, we have outdoor TV, clip sound bars inside as well. I did a 110, we'll probably change it out to a 110 with USB and USB-C there. But 43-inch outdoor TV. I guess technically we have a USB there as well. So lots of security lights on this. They are fired off of the Firefly. These draw a little bit less amperage than some of the other lights out there, so that's how we can do additional lights on the same circuit. So I think there's 3 on the right, 3 on the left, and 2 on the rear. So additional lights right here. The side guide light, that has a cover over it that we're getting powder coated. Hydronic heater. So this is the Oasis. I feel the Oasis is a little bit easier to deal with from a warranty standpoint, a little bit smaller company versus AquaHot. It's not plumbed to the engine itself. We did go ahead and add the 100-gallon water tank below the coach, and you'll see that pump over there to the right that basically serves as a complete auxiliary water pump system. I think the guy that installed that might have gotten paid off the number of fittings he used. Fittings for days. I like that. Do have a 110 within that compartment as well, so if you had a power washer, you could plug that in and then you could be able to access that water off of that auxiliary tank. Of course, we've done hot showers in this compartment as well. There's a hot shower on the left-hand side. So out back, we just did the metal back. Just didn't want the depth of that large fiberglass cap there. Aesthetically, it's just varying opinions. To me, this is a bit more utility. The issue with the fiberglass cap, it's a one piece, and so if you damage it, you have to replace the entire piece. Versus we can replace just this lower piece right here, maybe just a corner, without having to replace the entire back fiberglass cap. Just for safe shipping, we have both hitches here, so we'll have the regular 2 5/16, and then I'll have a dual 2-inch receiver, but we just stick them in there so nothing rolls around the compartment itself. So we did some additional vertical lights coupled with each security light on each side. Nice big welded aluminum ladder there for access up on the roof itself. Hitch is rated at 40,000 pounds with a pennel, I guess 30,000 with that 2 5/16 ball. We do have a camera set up right there to be able to accommodate trailer cams. It is glossy. Got it all polished up here. I think we're going to do one more final polish before it gets picked up. We'll do another wash job on it as well. So lots of busyness within the wet bay itself. So a little hot and cold outdoor shower. We have a macerator pump. We have the water hose reel. And then I think, did a hydronic register back in there, so that will be heated enough to worry about getting that frozen in the winter time. Just having that additional hydronic register in there makes it handy. The additional lights and the clearance lights. So we have the exhaust tip off. We're getting that powder coated. So Showhauler started doing things a little bit different a few years ago. Rather than running all the wire up into a breaker panel inside and then run all the wire all the way back down to the inverter, they basically have a little bit shorter run, which I think is a better idea. Obviously, you lose a little bit of power whenever you start talking about great lengths, and really and truly, you basically have a breaker to be able to service the coach, be able to service the inverters, and then service the rear plug there on the back. Went ahead and did a 50 amp buddy plug within that compartment there on the left-hand side. And I guess we didn't do one on the rear at all. We could always add one on the very rear, do like a twist lock, anything like that. It's very, very simple to add after the fact. So because of the construction of a show hauler, there's no subfloor. So essentially all the plumbing, whether it's waste lines or whether it's fresh lines, everything runs above the floor. The nice thing about the way it's run, you generally have hydronic lines right next to your plumbing lines, and so in extremely cold environments, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff freezing if it's right on the edge of the wall and it's negative 20, 30 degrees outside. The fact that you're running all of the heated coolant right next to any of your drain lines will keep any of that from freezing. Of course, we have foam insulation below the floor. So lots of redundancy in regards to keeping this thing hot or cold in the summer or winter. But so we have a set of tanks basically for the rear bath and then a set of tanks for the front bath. So combined capacity, we have 244 gallons of gray and back, which is unheard of in the RV industry. We have 250 gallons of fresh water on board. So I don't know if this one, I'll be able to answer it. If we land the toilet right on top of the black water tank, we can do a non-macerator toilet, which obviously one more thing to break whenever you do the macerator toilets. Generator right here. So the placement of the generator is always nice to have it forward to the axle versus rearward. If you're running it in any kind of dusty environments, which is obviously we're in the dustiest place in the country, I think, you don't have to worry about sucking all that dirt up. If you drive over a little bit of dirt, all that dirt doesn't suck right up in your generator, so the placement is very nice. Of course, most of the coaches were doing, substantial inverter, lithium batteries. This coach is no exception, so we did Multi-Plus 2, which is a 50 amp pass-through, so it allows lots more convertibility in the way of inverting, running air conditioners, being able to run the entire coach. Not the entire coach off of inverting, but you can pick individual pieces. You do have some limitations because it's still a 3,000 watt inverter, but we go ahead and do all the Victron setup. We have, I believe, a 100 amp controller there. I think there's 6 panels up top. And the nice thing is our good friend Josh here basically does a remote login. So if you ever have any issues with these things after the fact, you can always contact us, talk to Josh. Job security for Josh. Can't get rid of Josh because he's smarter than all the rest of us. So the lithium batteries are here next to the chassis batteries. I said we'll do a good final clean on this. This just came in last week. You wanted to get it buffed, and we do a lot of stuff to it. On average, we add about $15,000, $20,000 to these trucks after they get here. So it's a very common occurrence for us to add those things. So those are from the factory. So the 270 amp hours times 4 there, just be able to stack them up just for a little bit. You don't take up so much real estate within the compartment. We do have a, what's the terminology that I want to put there? No.
You're talking about the battery boost?
Yeah, the battery booster. So essentially that will connect your house and your chassis, I think 350 amps momentarily. So you could start your engine right off of your house batteries as well. Of course, the
I think we're going to add a light to that. It's like the only one that doesn't have
a light.
We got to add a light to that.
Well, to RVIA spec, they don't want you to have a light in there in case your chassis battery's off gas. But I think it's going to be okay because there's a little bit of spot there in the back. Mm-hmm. So this is actually one of the chassis I brought in a while back. As far as spec, there's not too much different other than it does have heated, cooled seats. They're non-turning pedestals, but they're an unbelievable seat. Very comfortable, one of my favorite seats out there. Couldn't imagine driving with anything else. This does have, from the factory, from Freightliner, the overinflate system. It's all integrated into the ECM, so if you need to overinflate, you can only do that under 15 miles an hour, and then it will actually speed limit you. If you are overinflated, you can't run any more than 15 miles an hour. So nice setup, kind of idiot-proof in that regards. Of course, we do have the big monitor that goes back behind your adaptive cruise module. Of course, all these Cascadias will have adaptive cruise, crash mitigation, blind spot monitoring as well, and lane departure warning.
And cup holders.
Not for the kind of for the passenger. So more blackout here. We're going to try to get them tucked into a really burly grill guard up on the front. Not as quite as burly as that one, but I'm certain by the time he gets here, we'll man shame him into a really nice grill garden. Is this the view? We're going to burn this coach if this is the view.
I think we need to warranty this TV. There's something wrong with it.
Oh, jeez, man. I couldn't get rid of the view quick enough, kids. Let me turn this off back here. Whew! I'm gonna have to go. To my I need a secret spot, or what is it? What are they called?
Safe word?
Well, I need to go in my environment and relax.
Yeah, safe spot.
So after I do this video, it's gonna be a big deal. I'm gonna be okay. So this is one of the first coaches right here that has the slides. I think we did a few last year that have the slides integrated to the Firefly system. We do have manual override, but I wanted you to be able to see the coach and kind of see that you still have decent room even with the slide out in. So very simple Liftco slide mechanism. They just really don't break.
I think we've worked on maybe 5 in the last 6 years. Not many.
No, very, very common. Does have a little bit larger windows. They are sliding windows, so lots of cross breeze. So all Villa furniture here. This is their theater seats. Look at that. They changed that up a little bit.
Some partitions now.
And looky here. Your Super Mario video controller.
Oh, I like it. They hid the buttons.
Whoa! Alright, the view's worth it. Okay, I'll turn this off. So anyway, that's pretty fancy right there, man.
Partitions, yeah.
Well, the only thing is you'd probably want to put your beer right there, so you're going to have to move this.
I mean, I'm thinking 2 tall boys at the least.
40s.
Maybe
Two 40s. 240s will go on each side of that, no problem. You got room for your Doritos right back there.
Cool Ranch or nacho cheese?
Some Takis. Look at that. I got the little fancy cup holder there.
You can change the color.
So, pretty jazzy. I forget the name of this ultralight. I really wanted to be able to comment in the video. I really feel bad by not remembering.
It's pretty. That's the name of it.
Yeah, it's a cool setup. Very veiny countertop as well. Very cool. There's lots of neat attributes about this coach for sure. You checking out all
I was trying to get the texture for
like
him.
what is that, velvet?
I think it's chinchilla.
Little chinchilla, shaved chinchilla. So we did.
Ooh. Let's see. Did we just find a flaw? No,
It's very close.
Hold on, look at that. Precision. That's the type of work Showhauler does. Precision stuff.
It's close, but it's not going to hit. I think that. I mean, is it possible?
You'll know when it's due to time to dust your fan because it'll just start doing it itself.
So the customer supplied the hardware.
Pretty cool hardware.
Yeah. No, I'm normally into just doing one or the other. But this aesthetically looks a lot better with the way it's set up. We're lacking a few pieces of hardware. Josh went through. Josh is our resident guru, so he's gone through and done all the hardware. We make sure we use the biggest drill bit possible. So when we blast through there, it just blows out. The back has this really nice little gnarled piece, so we make sure we do that. So back up a little bit. I'm getting off key here. So a ton of storage. Look at that. Water bottle right there.
Label on that bottle. That's nice.
I guess we haven't added the Garmin.
So we're adding that, and we're doing a stereo system as well. So full cab radio upgrade.
So a little storage right there. You put all your Webster dictionaries in there, and there is a 110 back. You see that?
Oh, well, on your flashlight, but yes, I think this.
You put your bread maker in there. Little box in around the TV there. Like I said, a ton of storage. Lots of storage. The nice thing about doing this not in a slide is your cabinets go all the way to the ceiling. So there's a ton of room to be able to put a lot of things within this. Nice little setup right here. So the idea the customer wanted basically to center this within the kitchen and be able to cut the fruits and vegetables and be able to dump them with relative ease and have nice storage all the way around it. So induction cooktop right there. No, that's just electric. So all dovetail drawers. They're all soft close as well. You want to catch that dovetail?
Gotta catch it. You gotta see it.
Boom. And then look at all the storage here.
Pretty deep cabinet there.
Yeah. And you need one of those like things you pick up trash on the side of the highway with. Be able to get your things out of there. Look at that. Look at that right there. It's close too.
Another precision cut.
Master engineering.
You go to Florida and the wood swells up, it might be an issue.
Stay in the Southwest. So bigger right here as well. But a ton of storage in this coach. A little bit razzy or dazzy refrigerator here. Frigidaire, Galley. Look at that. The controls on the inside. Is that water right there? Put your mouth down there. I'll press the button. Now listen.
I think it's got antifreeze in it. I better wait.
Look at this. I mean, I saw the refrigerator, but didn't really spend much time with the refrigerator.
It's bright. That's the first thing I noticed. It's like you're not gonna. There's no
Look at that.
shadows in there.
Put that on a chain around your neck. We gotta make this more serious. So anyway, storage above. We have the stacked washer dryer over here. More storage up top. And then we're gonna go to our little half bath here. Look at that. That thing is as big as mine. I got a big head.
Well, we need a banana for reference, but
I use my head. I got a big fat head. So we did the regular old flushing toilet right here, straight down, right above the tank. So they were the basically very set things on this coach to make it all work out in regards to having the tanks back here, very little overhang over the back to be able to make everything work out. Little window here to be able to wave to your neighbors. All convertible. Oh, that's convertible. Yeah, convertible shelving in there as well. We do a switch. Anybody that's ever had a coach, the baths just get crazy hot. So it'd be nice to be able to control the fan in there for your hydronic heat. Right here, there's some of your overrides for your slide out, so you don't have to rely solely on your Firefly. And then main breaker panel right there. And then this is got the cooktop turned off. We have the heated tile floors turned off as well. And then this is everything that's on the inverter, basically microwave, center air conditioner, refrigerator, every stinking plug in there. So basically this is serviced by basically the equivalent of, technically it's coming from the inverter. They're two 40 amp legs there. So run back here. They won't let you run one at a time. But all the show haulers have much larger ceiling height, makes a big difference there as well. You want to check out that big farmhouse sink.
You haven't even talked about it, and I'm wondering why. Man, it's
Trying to be funny. Trying to be funny. We'll go back to the kitchen. So the farmhouse sink, that was another thing to be able to center that, make sure everything fits in regards to storage, outdoor TV as well.
I think it turned out great.
That's definitely a good look to it. And the nice thing about a farmhouse sink is whenever you're wearing, quit being funny. But anyway, just a little bit different look. I mean, just a little bit more homey look than the regular traditional stainless steel you see all the way across the board. So just kind of a cool look. We did the water filtration system here. I think are we doing an RO system? We doing a Cuva to that?
I think we're doing a full RO system.
Yeah, which that's what I would want. I would just, they're so common to be able to do just a reverse osmosis. We'll make sure we buy it from the far reaches of China, so he'll never find a replacement filter ever again. But it's nice to have the reverse osmosis, and then we'll make sure that's kicked back to the refrigerator as well. So come back to the master bed right here. I'm going to put that in my pocket so it doesn't get lost. So this is a 72-inch wide bed right here. The slide out obviously gets a little bit wider as well. One thing that Showhauler good, bad, indifferent, whatever it is. Everything is, it's like everything is bigger. Everything is, it's stout. There's more room here. So essentially, what's going on here is you have a lot more room on the side of the bed. A lot of RV manufacturers, let's put a wider bed. Well, there's no more room around the edge of the bed. It's just you taking up. So it makes it a pain in the butt to be able to make the bed, get in and out of the bed. Most of the show haulers will be anywhere from 20 to 15 inches on the side of the bed. We measured a Renegade yesterday, and it was 9 inches. Of course, it was a 40-foot floor plan, but to me, 9 inches is it's relatively tight to be able to get in there. I got big legs, and so it just makes it kind of a pain to be able to get in there. You want to be somewhat comfortable in an RV, so it's nice to be able to have lots of room around the bed itself. So did the egress at the head of the bed, so we could do the big storage on the other side. Of course, we have cabinets above. We have a master control up there to be able to turn all your light switches on and off. There again, a very simplistic slide system. We'll have 150 gallons of water below the bed itself. And then, do we do anything in regards to?
I believe we're doing an accumulator.
Yeah, we'll do a water accumulator. Is it going to fit in there?
Dude, I don't know how Josh does it. I think he has like a shrink ray, and he gets it in there some way, somehow.
Shrinks it, puts it in there, and then it forms back up. Mm-hmm. So, lots of storage right here. So I've been pushing for these. I'll do this in Renegade and Showhauler. To me, socks and underwear right up here. Just that's the place for your socks and underwear right up there. But still be able to go all the way across. And then look at this, kids. So the customer wanted all the window valances separate. I don't know if he's going to turn those into some decorative items around his house.
Birdhouse.
And then this is some nightstands that will go on each side of the bed. We wanted to kind of get those and then place them where he wanted them after the fact. Look at that, 110 inside there. You put your vacuum in there. Dirt Devil, Dyson.
I love how it's not just an open drawer. You got some separation from your clothes hanging.
You don't have to worry about smashing your American Fighter t-shirts down there. So just storage right here. There's a spot to be able to put like I guess like your Atari or satellite or anything like that. It's really they don't get utilized too much. We're slowly going to get away from that in time, but they still have that to be able to offer there. We'll go through and we'll put the little plastic or the little rubber dinghies right there and there. So we definitely still have some work to get done to it. Let's go into the stereo shop this afternoon. So I wanted to get a video of it before it heads on out. Nice inspection panel right there for the back of the shower. Some very custom tile work in here. Of course, we got a nice handheld. I've shamed them enough where they don't have any RV antifreeze that gets on the grout anymore. So, yeah, look at that thing. Is it tight enough? We have to tighten this up just a little bit. We'll have to put another gasket in there, get it tight. But it's pretty impressive. I mean, and then you got the handheld too. Black Sluter on the inside of that. Doesn't that look nice?
That does look really sharp. I like it.
So lots of stuff to be able to put in there. Lots of foot cream. So all black there as well. Black faucets. Convertible shelving in there. But they gave us all, they didn't give us, it's not black.
Is that not black?
It's not black.
Well, I think we'll have to get some gold anyway to match the hardware.
Yeah. So, easy thing to fix after the fact. Put a ton of storage here and there. Rear window. Say hello to your neighbors. Regular manual flushing toilet.
We have 2 manual flushing toilets.
So, a little inspection right there. Put your pew-pews down there.
We've added a lot of outlets in that cabinet too.
So, 41-inch rear bath, which is probably the very minimal rear bath you'd want to do. But like the way everything turned out, like the black splash up the wall, very elegant look. Kind of tired of the traditional glass tile backsplashes. So, very cool that they picked this out just to do something a little bit different and couple that with the countertops itself. Of course, I don't like rounded edges. I like the way that all of the Countertops, everything is square basically, and everything is just has a little bit different, I guess, geometric type shape. So definitely a cool factor to it. Like the way everything turned out inside and outside. This is a beautiful coach, but they did lots of things to be able to make it as usable as possible. All heated tile floors, front and rear. So there again, just did kind of I don't know exactly what you would call the architecture. You could almost say a little bit of like country French to it as well, but all in all, everything tied in really well. I don't know if I wouldn't try to steal some of his colors to be able to use them in the future.
I love the countertop.
Yeah, the countertop and the backsplash. It looks. What I like about it, it doesn't look like anybody else's coach. Like you won't walk into another coach and say, "Well, I've seen that before." I mean, so that's cool. The kind of cool factor coupled with the hardware. Nice touch to be able to do the black and some of the gold hardware without being too much one direction or the other. So very impressed with the way everything turned out. Nice, easy entry into the cab. This thing's going to be a blast to drive for them. Be able to get in it and go, 85 miles an hour off into your vacation sunset. So we might be able to do a follow-up video once we get all the stereo. We got more stuff to add to it. But I just know that I'm going back to Indiana. So this is one of 3 videos we'll get knocked out today. I always appreciate you guys watching these videos. Appreciate the Gallaghers for trusting us to build their new coach. Hopefully it's everything that they dreamed it to be. About a year-long process, but we'll be in here in a few weeks and get them back on the road out west. But really appreciate these guys trusting us to build their coach. Always appreciate you guys watching these videos. Make sure you guys like, tag, and subscribe.